Celebrity chef and lifestyle powerhouse Joanna Gaines has now set her sights on Blake Lively, escalating tensions in a drama that's capturing public attention. Joanna recently released video footage, which she asserts shows Blake Lively engaging in behavior that crosses professional boundaries and amounts to serious harassment. According to Joanna, the clips reveal moments of direct intimidation and unprofessional conduct that she claims had a profound impact on her personally and professionally. This unexpected allegation marks a new chapter in what many are calling an ongoing feud, drawing the eyes of fans, media outlets, and industry insiders alike. As the footage circulates, social media has erupted with debates and speculation, with viewers divided over the credibility and implications of Joanna's claims. The situation continues to unfold, leaving both Joanna Gaines and Blake Lively at the center of an increasingly heated public discourse.
And I were staying at Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas this weekend. Blake Lively and her team were staying there as well after South by Southwest in Austin on Friday night. We found this out from all the hotels.
People are wondering what is happening between these two A-listers, as the footage that surfaced has left everyone in disbelief. Many are bracing for things to get messy, with Blake Lively and Joanna Gaines now pulled into a drama that has shocked viewers. Most fans never even realized the two knew each other until the story came to light through Caitlin. Caitlin had been staying at Joanna's hotel in Waco, Texas, Hotel 1928, when all of this started to unfold. Blake, meanwhile, was in town for South by Southwest, but instead of booking a hotel near the event, she chose one an hour and a half away. This unusual decision immediately sparked speculation about her motives. It soon appeared that Blake might have planned to meet Joanna, possibly for business discussions, which added another layer to the emerging story. Meanwhile, Caitlin was simply there for a weekend trip, completely unrelated to South by Southwest, highlighting the coincidence of events that brought everyone into this unfolding drama. A longtime fan of Chip and Joanna, Caitlin had always dreamed of staying at their hotel, and finally, she made it happen. Her visit was purely personal. She wasn't trying to create content or gain attention, just enjoying the experience as a regular fan. But everything changed the moment she realized Blake Lively was staying at the hotel as well. Blake's presence was immediately noticeable, as she moved through the lobby with a loud, commanding energy that made it seem like she owned the place. Intrigued and slightly taken aback, Caitlin began filming, hoping to capture a quick glimpse of her favorite celebrity. As the moments unfolded, she watched with growing surprise as the atmosphere around the hotel shifted dramatically, signaling that something unexpected and potentially messy was about to happen.
Boarding her coming into the hotel lobby, we were just hanging out, people watching. Her team caught wind of this, I believe. Maybe saw me recording her on the security camera, did not like this. Thought maybe I recorded something they didn't want out there, didn't want me to see, whatever. Next morning, we kind of were being followed by her security guard a little bit on the way out, checking out of the hotel. Blake Lively herself comes out, starts recording us, says hi to get us to look up at her, circles our car, gets the car information, license plates, all that. Online harassment started the next day. Her lawyer, her social media person, her nanny were looking at my stories. They ended up making troll accounts, and someone called me fat. Long versions are...
After that moment, everything suddenly took a strange and unsettling turn. Blake noticed Caitlin filming and immediately began circling her car while recording her license plate. The behavior felt extremely creepy, leaving Caitlin so shocked that she shared the entire bizarre experience on her social media. Once she posted it, the story blew up almost instantly. Messages started flooding her inbox from Blake's hotel manager, her social media team, and even her nanny, giving the impression that Blake had sent her entire squad after Caitlin. The situation only grew weirder as trolls began swarming Caitlin's page, leaving cruel remarks about her appearance and unsettling comments. Soon, gossip started swirling that Blake and Joanna were now entangled in a full-blown feud, triggered by what appeared to be a hotel security mishap. Reports indicated that Blake was reportedly
Blake was reportedly upset that the hotel didn't treat her like a VIP and had been called out for acting loud and dramatic. Some even joked that she behaved as if she were walking through Buckingham Palace, a not-so-flattering image that quickly made people question her carefully curated privacy act, especially since she clearly had no problem filming Caitlyn. Critics began claiming that Blake was trying to control the narrative, leaving many to wonder how long she could avoid scrutiny while drama seemed to follow her everywhere she went. Things got even messier when the situation with Joanna Gaines came into play. What once appeared to be a sweet, mutual admiration between the two stars has apparently spiraled into a major feud following an incident at Joanna's luxury hotel. Blake had long been a fan of Joanna's home design empire, exchanging texts and creative ideas with the fixer-upper star back in 2016. They were even spotted together in New York last fall, which had fans excited about a possible collaboration. But now, that possibility seems completely off the table after tensions flared when Blake checked into Hotel 1928 while promoting another project. Although Blake claims to value her privacy, the hotel staff clearly wasn't aware of that preference. Matters escalated further when Caitlin Cooper spotted Blake in the lobby. Blake acted entitled, insisting there was no red carpet or closed-off floor, and that she had to walk through the lobby like everyone else, despite wanting to remain private. Joanna and her team, according to insiders, were not impressed by Blake's diva behavior. Sources say Joanna isn't rushing to fix the situation anytime soon, signaling that the feud could continue simmering. With Blake already juggling personal and legal troubles, her once promising friendship with Joanna Gaines seems to be on ice for now. Nobody knows whether they will ever reconcile or if this is just the beginning of another messy Hollywood fallout. The public, meanwhile, is watching closely, wondering how this clash between two high-profile stars will play out. At the same time, Blake is facing yet another firestorm online due to a massive lawsuit involving her former co-star, Justin. The legal battle has taken a toll on her reputation, and critics are quick to dredge up old controversies. One resurface moment involves Kirsty Flaw, a woman who was simply doing her job back in 2016. Allegedly, Blake mistreated Kirsty for no apparent reason, a claim that has drawn renewed scrutiny. Feeling emboldened by the growing attention online, Kirsty finally released evidence of the encounter. Social media quickly exploded as fans and critics revisited the incident during a press junket where Kirsty had congratulated Blake on her bump, only for Blake to reportedly snap in response. The revelation has sparked a heated debate about Blake's behavior behind the scenes, with many pointing to this incident as part of a larger pattern of entitlement and diva-like conduct. Combined with the hotel drama involving Joanna Gaines and her ongoing legal battles, Blake now finds herself at the center of a swirl of criticism, making it unclear how she can recover her public image. Adding to the tension, insiders suggest that Hollywood peers are quietly watching the fallout, unsure whether to support her, distance themselves, or use the situation as leverage. This convergence of legal issues, social media backlash, and personal conflicts paints a picture of a celebrity navigating increasingly turbulent waters, and it's only getting messier by the day. Blake reportedly snapped back with, "Congratulations on your bump," even though Kirsty wasn't actually pregnant. The comment left everyone stunned and questioning why Blake would say something so inappropriate and confusing. Social media quickly picked up on the bizarre exchange, with many users criticizing her behavior and speculating about her temperament behind the scenes. This incident, now resurfacing amid the hotel drama with Joanna Gaines and her ongoing legal battles, only adds to the perception that Blake is struggling to manage both her public image and personal conflicts.
Well, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump. What about my bump?
Kirsty later explained that the moment with Blake was so humiliating, it nearly made her quit journalism altogether. When she finally shared the clip in August, Blake avoided taking any accountability and even went so far as to accuse Kirsty of secretly working for Justin Baldoni. But that wasn't the end of the story. Another journalist, Sherry, who had interviewed Blake twice, noted that the energy during both sessions didn't match the America's sweetheart image Blake projected publicly. During one interview, Blake reportedly made Sherry's boyfriend, also a journalist, do a chug challenge at 9 a.m., and she was caught on camera asking male reporters to remove their shirts, actions that highlighted a troubling double standard. Now that Christie's video is going viral, more people who have worked with Blake are speaking out. Interns, makeup artists, hairstylists, and assistant directors have all come forward, telling similar stories of Blake being dismissive, rude, and creating uncomfortable work environments. These accounts suggest that her behavior was not just a one-time incident, but part of a broader pattern of disrespect and disregard for those around her.
Completely ignoring me. If you watch this clip, I'm going to show you, I think it's about 1.5 minutes long. Blake Lively does not look at me one single time until...
So you might be wondering why people didn't speak up sooner, and that's where things get complicated. Many wanted to call Blake out earlier, but fear held them back. Why? Because Blake, along with her very famous husband, wields significant power in Hollywood. Speaking negatively about them could, and often does, jeopardize careers overnight. Now that people are finally speaking out, Blake is positioning herself as the victim, suggesting that all the backlash she's facing is simply because she spoke out against harassment. Shy, however, isn't buying that narrative, and honestly, neither are we. Over the weekend, Kirstie was interviewed by The Daily, sharing more context about the incidents and confirming that the pattern of dismissive and entitled behavior she witnessed was not isolated. Her account adds to a growing chorus of voices that paint a starkly different picture of Blake than the one fans see in the media. The Daily Mail recently ran a full spread exposing what they called Blake Lively's mean girl antics, with the headline, "My Encounter from Hell with Blake Lively." According to the report, over 20 people have now come forward sharing their stories of Blake's shady and entitled behavior, and a pattern seems to be emerging. Many trace Blake's behavior back to her mother, who reportedly had a reputation for being extremely demanding and entitled on set. Growing up watching this, Blake seems to have learned from the best, adopting similar habits of dismissiveness and high-handedness. A crisis PR expert explained that Blake's actions are deeply rooted in entitlement. She expects to be treated like royalty, and if others aren't meeting her standards, they're dismissed entirely. Her reaction to criticism is equally telling. She deflects blame and accuses others of working against her, as if she cannot tolerate the idea that anyone might see her differently than she sees herself. Some have even drawn comparisons to the messy public battles of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, though Blake's drama occupies a different sphere. She appears unable to let things go quietly, often escalating situations with performative PR stunts. One example cited is her appearance in Connecticut, making donuts for fans immediately after a major article surfaced, an act that critics say comes across as desperate rather than genuine. The real issue, insiders argue, is that Blake's antics are drawing far more attention than her serious allegations against Justin. While speaking out against harassment is crucial, her overly dramatic reactions in other matters make it difficult for many to take her seriously. The growing chorus of accounts from former colleagues, combined with her high-profile public stunts, paints a complex and increasingly controversial picture of the Hollywood star. It's becoming increasingly clear that Blake needs to step back and focus on her own actions rather than constantly deflecting blame. What frustrates people most about her response to the mounting criticism is that instead of addressing concerns directly, she spins the narrative into something it is not. Many of those calling her out aren't even focused on the lawsuit itself. Their grievances stem from her interactions, statements in interviews, and general behavior toward colleagues. Yet instead of acknowledging these issues or taking accountability, she frames every criticism as harassment. even when complaints are unrelated to legal matters. A simple acknowledgement or apology could have gone a long way. For example, saying, "I'm sorry I made Kirsty feel uncomfortable," or "I apologize for falsely accusing Justin and dragging him into this lawsuit." Instead, Blake doubles down, playing the victim and making it appear as if every critique is a personal attack. A review of lawsuits and related documents highlights a clear power imbalance between Blake, Ryan, and other parties involved. When compared to other celebrity harassment or misconduct cases, a pattern emerges. Victims are often criticized, discredited, or blamed outright. This is the larger issue society should be examining, not just how victims are treated, but why justice is so difficult to achieve in these he said, she said scenarios. This context helps explain why some people describe Blake as someone you simply cannot be alone with. Her reputation has reached a point where anyone interacting with her feels the need for witnesses or recordings just to ensure their own safety and protection. The underlying conversation society should be having goes beyond individual grievances. It's about the systemic challenges in holding powerful figures accountable and why patterns of behavior like this often go unchecked. At the heart of it, the controversy surrounding Blake isn't just about isolated incidents. It reflects a broader conversation about entitlement, power dynamics, and accountability in Hollywood, showing how easily personal reputation can collide with public perception. Another key aspect of this case involves the intimacy coordinator from It Ends With Us, as Justin reportedly had to review notes about a particular scene with Blake. Many observers argued that these discussions should never have occurred in private. Having a producer or another woman present could have prevented misunderstandings and mitigated potential conflicts, even though Blake claimed she didn't want to be involved in the planning process. It now appears that she may be using the situation to her advantage, flipping the narrative to portray Justin in a negative light. Despite the drama, it seems unlikely that the case will actually go to trial, as doing so would probably not benefit either party. Currently, Blake is facing the brunt of public backlash. However, if any information emerges casting Justin in a negative light, public opinion could shift quickly, a reality Blake does not seem to fully grasp. She continues to double down, operating under the assumption that people dislike her because of a narrative supposedly planted by Justin, when in reality, her own actions are only exacerbating the situation. If Blake truly wanted to repair her public image, she would take a step back, cease posting on social media, avoid high-profile public appearances, and stop turning every outing into a PR spectacle. If she is genuinely in distress, handling matters privately and maintaining a low profile would be far more effective, as constant public exposure continues to generate damage rather than repair her reputation.